everyone, welcome to the new video. So today we will see the remaining shell scripting answers. Also, I got a comment from Tabriz that the openings of DevOps are not there. So I'm thinking I'll make a separate video for it. By checking that if there are openings or not, because I'm not aware about market right now. But yes, that's for sure that market is not good. So let me check and we'll make a video on it for sure. So without further ado, let's proceed with this video. So we were left with users and permission, looping and condition, and real world DevOps scenario bash scripts to be discussed, their answers. So we'll pick up, write a script to list all user on the system with their home directories. So basically, for this, you need to understand the Linux file system. You should have a clear understanding for it. Like Linux has etc, then temp, then bin, sbin, then there's a root. There is a where all these opt, all these file, the file system structure is there. And basically, when you need to see like an etc folder, there is a sudoers file. So whoever has a sudo access, their name is present in this file. So if suppose the condition is given to you that you need to check that which user has sudoers access, you can access that file and no. So in this way, the very strong understanding of Linux file system should be there. So in this, we have to list all user and then home directories. So we have a file with in etc only. So all these files are there in etc. Okay. So if you want, I'll put that as well to understand the Linux file system. I've explained this in my videos, but for more clear understanding, I'll make a separate video for it. So this is password file, and the password file, the user in this format, the for each user, username, password, user ID, GID, comment, home directory, and shell is present. So from this file, if you can get for each user what is the home directory. So in this way, you will be able. So this is a logic, and you need to put this logic working by going through this file and only displaying this username and the home directory part, so that you can try. Then create a script that finds all files owned by a particular user and archives them. So username should be an input. Okay. Then whatever username is there, we have to create a file. We have to find all the files that are owned by that particular user, and we need to archive all those files. So you need to find for that username the ID of the username that is input, that where all the files are present for that user, and then we need to archive it. So in all folder structure, you need to find them. So pretty straightforward. Then write a script to check if the user has a sudo privileges. So again, this logic I've explained. Again in etc, there is a file name as sudoers. So there you can check that which user has sudo privileges. Then comes looping and conditions. So this is, you should be very well aware about for and else if, how, then how to close the condition check, how the looping will be there, like for, then semicolon, do, then done. So this should be clear, because sometimes this is asked, they want to check that are you aware about the syntax or not. Then write a script to find the largest smallest number in a given list. So we need to check it. There is uh, in DSA we have studied about, um, sorting and everything. So we can apply the same approach over here, and then we can start. First of all, we are initializing the min and max with the first number that is present in the list, and then we are comparing the numbers, and whatever the minimum number that we get after comparing, and whatever the maximum number we get after comparing, that is echoed as a final result. So here you can apply the same logic that we see essay. Then write a script that reads a file line by line, prints each line with its line number. So basically each line, so first line will be 1, we can echo 1. Second line, if we read, just do plus plus, so 1, 2, then 3. So in this way we are just echoing, and we are just keeping a counter. So that counter will echo the line number and the lines. Okay, so real world DevOps scenario. So basically this is a script that you will mostly have, so that write a script to deploy an application. So basically, first of all, what you need to do, you need to have a Docker file for a you need to have a Docker file. After the Docker file you have, then you will do docker build -t, the Docker file path that will build the Docker image. Then after building the Docker image, we need to push that Docker image. After the Docker image is pushed, so that is accessible, we need to just find, in the YAML files, we need to find the placeholder image, and against that placeholder we have to, define the image that we have created. So in this way, the script will be created. Now you have a directory with multiple .log file. Write a script to archive logs older than 7 days and remove them. So basically, we already have a directory with the .log. We just have to, get the timestamp, and we need to compare that timestamp is, if it is older than 7 days, then we need to, archive logs, and then um, remove those logs. So this timestamp thing has to be there. So this is one of the way. First of all, find the time, and then you need to uh, get the time and then archive it. Then write a script that passes a config file and then export them as environment variable. So first of all, the key value pair file will be there. We need to, you know, go through each file, and then we need to export them on our shell as a variable. So we generally use export command. It's just that how you pass the file and how parsing is important, that you should know, and looping. So that will do your work. So that's all for today's video. I hope it's helpful. Please let me know your views in the comment section. Till then, take care. Bye.